Howdy folks, this is WanderingMind25, and today's video is about making apple cider. Last year I made some apple cider and it turned out halfway decent. Not bad for a first run, but this year I'm going for similar but slightly different. Last year I bought a bunch of apple cider, and this would actually be one of the jugs. This jug, which I noticed after I don't know, like a month or so being in my refrigerator, started to swell up, and I let it go for a little while just because I was a little curious, and I ended up tasting it, and eventually it's like, wow, that tastes pretty good. It tasted like apple cider, hard cider. I watched it over the last couple months after that, leaving it in my refrigerator, and it's almost been, I don't know, it had been like 6 months or so, and it was still fermenting inside its own jug. So I think that even though it says pasteurized, which you may or may not be able to see, it's actually still fermented. So I kept it alive in my refrigerator, just releasing the cap to release any of the gases so it didn't explode on me. And even after a while, I think the seal is just not that great, so it never exploded, but it did swell up. So this year, because this tastes so good, whether or not because of the fact that maybe it didn't eat all the sugars, or maybe because it stayed in my refrigerator, I'm going to introduce some of the bacteria that's in this guy into the rest of my new batch. And it's going to go into this carboy. So I'm going to attempt to mix this guy up, pour some into the carboy, and then add some more new stuff. And hopefully, in a little more controlled environment rather than just a closed container, I'm going to make a new hard apple cider. I've already cleaned everything with the whatever this stuff's called, a little white powder that's supposed to be friendly toward yeast but kill everything else. So I've already done that. I've already cleaned the carboy. Same thing with my other utensils, the air lock and the bung. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, and we're back. So what I've done is I poured myself a glass of some of the hard cider that fermented on its own, and I poured the rest of it in the carboy, and then I did the same thing. The new batch I mixed in there, and we're gonna pop the cork on that guy, and/or I might add a third. Well, just for now, I'll show you. I'll just take the bung here, and we're gonna put the which, by the way, the liquid in there is the cleaning solution that I use to clean the carboy, so that can stay in there. Don't want any bad bacteria and whatnot getting in there. So I'll just take that. I'm just going to pop that down. Okay, as you saw, a little water bubble try to rise up into it. But now we play the waiting game. So hopefully in a couple months we'll have some results of some good cider. Alright, until then, bye.